Let's see if we can turn this Halloween vulture into a throne for Skeletor. Coming up after this. I think we can do this. I got this at the dollar store, the Dallarama in Canada, and there were owls and there were other birds. And I saw the bones and I thought, oh, they kind of look like Skeletor's throne. And then I noticed that this one had screws to take it apart. So there's going to be all these different components. I have no idea if this is going to work. I have no idea how I'm going to refasten the stuff. I would like to do it a little more professional instead of using like hot glue. Maybe I'll be able to put the screws in a different place. I am just going to take all of the components apart and see what we have to work with. Maybe hot glue wouldn't be so bad. $4 it cost, by the way. Because at the Dallarama in Canada, things are priced up to $4. Maybe Dallarama is more like Five Below. Except Five Below mostly has discounted brand name stuff. And Dallarama has regular dollar store things and discounted products. I love looking for crazy toy finds there. Okay, finally something fell apart. So get those legs out of there. I wish it was all screwed together, but it's not. Not all pieces are screwed together. Okay, then that part comes out. Oh, that one you just twist out. Could have done that before and made my life easier. Okay. And then maybe this video won't even see the light of day. Maybe I should have just saved the vulture as a vulture. Okay, oh, that came out nicely. So they did glue on the neck, but that glue is coming out easily. And I don't know if I really want to use the head anyway because it's too distinct. Right here are all my parts. And how can I do this? I mean, I could also cut up pieces. I can see this as being the back of the chair, even like this. Kind of Game of Thrones. I think we're hot gluing. I think that's really the only option. I mean, I could screw. That fits there very nicely. There's little dents where it's fitting in perfectly, so I probably should take advantage of that. Maybe the pieces are too big. Maybe I have to take apart this smaller one and incorporate those in. What do I have for a chair? Take off its head. I could even leave these wings spread out like this. Okay, I'm liking this. Unscrew these legs here. So we have right here a chair. It looks like a space chair. I like how the wings are spread out. I like the back. Now we just have to build on this. Am I gonna hot glue this on here like this? That does look like a bone throne though. This is looking real good. So now I just have to figure out how I'm going to attach this stuff. So I'm feeling for the natural curves of where the bones are nesting into one another, and I'm finding a nice sweet spot. Maybe I should rip out these wings and put them in a different place. Okay, hot glue it is for my first attempt. I'm gonna make sure I have a flat surface. This isn't the flattest, but I also want to protect. I should really see if I can use all of the pieces, and I thought that this could be a base, but I really don't want the throne to be that big. It would make a pretty good base though. I don't want to waste pieces either, but hey, I do have a pretty good plan, and that would be to start with this. I want this to be flat as possible. I think that I know that these pieces fit in there really, really well, and that is what I should do. Because tell me that is not a great starting point. And then I will build on from there. The best part about a bone throne is that it's pretty rudimentary, so you can't go wrong. But, like, again, I'm letting the bones find the best possible scenarios. This piece really nests right in there, so I'm gonna go with that. So I'm just putting glue in where there's some major connections at first anyway. I guess I can reinforce it later, but I think that's a good starting point. I should have used a more white glue. Some of them are yellow. I think that might be from over time. Should let things dry a bit better first. But we do have the back of the throne. I am really happy with that. Maybe I will add more glue right now because I know that that is a definite back of throne. It looks like right out of the animation, actually. I think it is better to work this way, more organically. And I mean, I thought about it a little bit, but I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with all the pieces. So kind of messy, but also kind of looks like marrow. Could spray paint the whole thing afterwards too. Why would you want to? Because it's perfectly colored. Patience, you need patience in between. So now I really need a place for his feet. So I'm thinking, take these wings and put them down here as a platform. So again, I'm gonna find a place where they nest just right. And I like how that direction, like you could put them in different directions, like this, but I like how that is looking more like so. Okay, I found a nice natural groove right there, but maybe it's too high. I think I like it. The clear glue is so much better than the yellow glue. But those aren't exactly feet resting places anymore. They're more embellishments. So it's looking good. Yeah, I'm going to reinforce this now. Just by putting some glue on the bottom. I can't see it right now. Hopefully you can't. Oh yeah, there you can see a little dot. I noticed that skull looked pretty good up there too. I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, birds, dinosaurs, it does kind of make it look like dinosaur bones. Same animal. So next I'm thinking throne arms and bottom support. Kind of want to use those as bottom support though. That does look good too. And again, I'm letting the bones find their right comfortable nesting spot. It's looking pretty good. Not sure it's dried yet. It's even working as feet. So I put the glue on one good joining point, and the trick is to have patience and let that dry, and then reinforce it and hold it in a place where the glue can sink to the right spots. Okay, that looks really quite good. I'm just going to reinforce everywhere where it's reaching other bones, and I think we're gonna set this on top of that. And I kind of like how the claw comes in, scooping in its master too. I mean, come on, that looks pretty sweet. And then I need to find some embellishments for these exposed joint areas, even though they don't look so bad, do they? This would also be a plausible option with the dinosaur feet. Looks also kind of good, but I think I prefer the claw scoop. Maybe I can do both. I don't want it to look too bird-like though. That peg is nesting so nicely right into that. So I'm gonna fill this crevice with glue and stick it down in the hole. And like I said, you find the main point, you let it dry, and then I'll reinforce it with more glue. I don't know if I should take a look at the dollar store and look at the other skeletons and see what I can see, but I do have these little bags of bones that I got from there, and I could just simply glue those to cover up these joint pieces. I could do that, but maybe I can find little skulls to put on these places, and even a skull back there would be cool. Do I have anything else here? I have a unicorn that I bought for them to ride. I have to put Tila on that maybe. Oh man, that is a great size. I bought this last year. Oh, I did not know that that was that good of a size. It's kind of awesome. Makes me think I better look for some horses for Tila. I do think I want to stop right now and practice a little bit of less is more. Or maybe I don't. But we could use this rib cage as a base. And then at the foot here we would put skulls, bones, and other little loose things that we could find. Are we taking it too far? Can you go too far with a bone throne? Everywhere where there'd be an exposed little screw hole or something, I would glue a bone embellishment. I'm not sure if these ones are the right ones, or should I go look for some other bone details? They look pretty good, don't they? I think that they would show glue though really easy. Yeah, I think I better just be satisfied with this for now. And I am going to double check the dollar store for little embellishments that I can put in here and here and here. These could work great, but is that taking it too far? I personally kind of think that that's too much. I just realized I also had these bones, but I don't want to start mixing in that different color. These are from Dollar Tree, and they're pretty sweet bones too. You could probably get lots of those and glue them all together to make one of your own thrones. But the one thing I think he's missing is a foot platform, because he is really, dangling his feet over like a child. So I am thinking that I will take this skull and I'll use it like a stepping stone, and that will solve that problem and keep his foot planted so he can stay there. Ideally, I would like something bigger, but we'll use what we have, and that does look pretty sweet. Okay, that is a great piece, and I've decided let's not waste this awesome opportunity. These fit so well in here, and they hide all of the little edges and mechanics of some of the other pieces, and they really do nest perfectly in there. They kind of stay by themselves, so to reinforce that and to give the throne some legs is definitely something we should do. I think that's the trick to making something like this, is to let the shapes dictate where they should fall, and that way it looks like it belongs there. I think I will run to the dollar store now to see if there are some embellishments that I can find for the arm posts and for like little skulls that could cover these indents in here that you can't really see. I was thinking I could put this on here as a bicycle seat, but I don't want some little thing protruding between Skeletor's legs. This is what I'm thinking I will do. Put skulls on the end of the hands. So let me find two perfect skulls for on the arms. And then I could put little bones laying down here to fill in any other holes. The back doesn't look too messy. Again, I should have started with the other colored glue, but you're not gonna see that. I don't want to use a unicorn head and jaw, but yeah, that already looks great. Okay, I went to the dollar store. I didn't find any other bones or skulls to put on here, so I'm going to use these little white ones because I have so many of them. I'm optimistic about how this is going to turn out. I'll start by putting one in the middle, and then I'll put one nice on top. And I might have to put more because I want it to look good from all sides too, but I also don't want to build up too much stuff here. I don't remember hot glue ever working this well. Things would usually fall off in my experience, but this is looking real good. And the white is a little bit brighter than the other things, so I also want to take those little bones and bring them into other parts of here. So like I mentioned, these two holes here, so let me plug some bones into that area so that it looks like it's supposed to be there and it's part of the chair construction. So that looks great, having that bone sticking up through there. This was just a weird bag of bones that I picked up last year from the Dallarama. They had bats and pumpkins and acorns. Oh yeah. Okay, and what else do I need to fill in? You know what, I want to give him more foot. He doesn't have enough like foot space here, so I'm gonna give him more support, foot support. So I'm gonna put two bones down here. And also to bring more of that white light in. White light bones. Yeah, that looks good. I'm also going to use this chair for my 1/6 scale figures and dolls. How about this leftover jaw from the bird's head? Yep, that's what I'm going to do. It's like it fits into place perfectly. It covers up the hole, and that was the jaw from the beak of this skull. It fits perfectly. See how those little pegs are fitting into the top part of the rib cage. And then one last cool thing that I thought to do, I'm gonna fill this cavity because I've got all these bones and I got nothing really to do with them. So why not fill this cavity with little white bones. How cool and gruesome is that? And I thought about putting them up here. I could glue on all kinds of extra bones up here, but maybe that's too much. I am a less is more kind of guy. I can stick some in between the little bones. There's little notches that they're fitting in. Don't even have to glue those ones. So I can, think about it maybe some. Probably should do 3. But I could go really crazy and then start gluing all kinds of these bones down the side here, which might be something that I'll do. But for now, I'll just keep those little white embellishments. And where's Skeletor? Let's get him on his new bone throne. I should probably try to figure out more foot support for him. Those bones actually took away his place to put his feet. But he looks pretty cool on this. It could even fly like a spaceship, like a magic spaceship. Halloween bone throne special. Okay, here it is. Here's the finished product. I guess I should say for now, I kept finishing this project until it wasn't, but Skeletor loves it. I put some more little bone embellishments you can see there around his foot to help him stay sitting better there, but yeah, he's got a glorious throne. I hope this was inspiring for you. The biggest takeaway here is let the bones fall where they organically fit. Like, nestle them in there. Let it be an organic process. I hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Yeah. It's a pretty cool throne. That's what it looks like. It almost looks better without anybody sitting in it. Looks pretty creepy, I'd say. This is a creepy throne. I should probably try making some other ones with different skeletons and see how they turn out. Each one will be different. Footrests, I want a better footrest in the next one I make. I want a better, flatter seat in the next one I make too. But I'm not complaining. Let's make a Skeletor bone throne with skeletons from the dollar store coming up after this.